Welcome back to the Bronx, New York Yankee Stadium. Yankees leading 5-2 after 7 innings of play. Rob Coloney alongside Ryan Ruocco, and it's been a pretty good game as far as the New York Yankees are concerned. A great pitching performance by CC Sabathia, who will come out for his 8th inning of work. John Lackey was hit hard and threw many pitches, and the Yankees got to him tediously. And they do lead 5-2, and in the top of the 8th, it'll be the top of the Red Sox order. Marco Scutaro, Jed Lowrie, and David Ortiz to lead it off for the Boston Red Sox. Have to thank Nima Ghanfarouche for playing Bruce Springsteen, echoing the arena that is Yankee Stadium, and it makes me very happy and excited.
Well, and just a wonderful scoreboard crew who do so many glorious things here, including Chris Granozio.
We do have to thank him again for setting this up for us. Rob Coloney, Ryan Ruocco. Hopefully not the last time, but certainly the first that I've been able to.
That's just a fact.
Be graced with your presence. And you know who loves facts is Steve Kubler. Another fact is that Marco Scutaro's in the box. CC Sabathia ready to begin his 8th inning of work. 5-2 Yankees here in the top of the 8th. Scutaro is 1 for 3. He singled in the 3rd. Sabathia from the windup deals a slow breaking ball over the center part of the plate, and it's 0-1. 89 pitches for Sabathia, 55, strikes.
And Dave Robertson has gotten up in the Yankee pen. I'm sure Joe Girardi hopes he doesn't have to go to Robertson this inning, but should Sabathia labor, that's who he would turn to.
The 0-1 from Sabathia. Outside 1-1. Very interesting when you look at the 8th inning situation for the New York Yankees. You want to say it's Jabba Chamberlain, or you want to say it's David Robertson, but it's both of them. There is no one clear-cut guy, and in a very important game for the Yankees right now, Robertson up. The 1-1. Outside corner a strike. Of course, Jabba did pitch yesterday.
And in a 6-3 game in the 6th inning, which was a change of role, I think what Joe Girardi's doing is he's matching up. He's taking Jabba Chamberlain, Kerry Wood, Boone Logan, and David Robertson, and he's saying any of you guys could pitch at any point from the 6th inning on. And depending on the situation, I'm going to go to different guys on different days in different situations.
The 1-2 from Sabathia to Scutaro. Grounded weakly to first. Teixeira picks it up, takes it himself, and there's one away. And that's something that Joe Girardi has the luxury of doing. It's good that no one has a sense of entitlement. You earn your spot on this team. Everyone can contribute, but you'll contribute when called upon.
And what's going to be interesting, Rob, and you don't want to look too far ahead because you don't know how this season's going to play out with injuries and performance. Certainly hope you have all your players at your disposal and everyone does stay healthy. But if Phil Hughes is a guy who is either going to start Game 4 or you could use in the pen after knowing what he did in the pen last year, it'll be interesting if the Yankees, decide to put him in the pen for the playoffs or to keep him as that Game 4 starter.
Jed Lowrie steps in to face Sabathia. He takes low, ball 1. Lowrie 1 for 3.
Because he would be an arm you'd add to Jabba, to Robertson, to Wood. That would be another late guy in the mix. But that means you put Javi Vasquez in Game 4 and you have to make that decision. Who do you trust more in that spot?
The 1-0 from Sabathia is taken low, almost an identical pitch, and it's 2-0. That's a very good point. I mean, mostly because last year Hughes was not very dominant in the postseason. Jabba was. Hughes has been good as a starter, but so has Vasquez of late, if you accept last night for what it was, 3 earned runs. So that's something they'll have to figure out when they get there, and that is inside 3-0, a bridge they'll have to cross when they get to it.
Now, even if Sabathia ends up walking Lowrie here, which certainly he does not want to do, he'll stay in the game because David Ortiz is on deck and Sabathia would face him. And now Mariano Rivera has joined David Robertson in the Yankee pen. I would think you'd see Mo in a situation with 2 outs if Girardi needed to make a change.
The 3-0 is a strike, 3-1.
But certainly he hopes Sabathia can get out of this himself. Either way, regardless of what Lowrie does here, Sabathia will get Ortiz. That could, however, be his final hit.
It looks like Felix Dubrount, the lefty in the bullpen for the Sox, and double barrel action, as you mentioned, for the Yanks. It'll be a 3-1 from Sabathia, 1 out, and the pitch to Lowrie. Swung on and grounded to Pena. He fields a tough hop, fires to first. Nice stretch by Teixeira, and there are 2 away. Sabathia falls behind and still gets Lowry to ground out to Pena. Nice work.
And that was a very, very tough hop for Ramiro Pena. That was one we talked earlier about picking the hop. Well, he picked the right hop. It just happened to hit the lip of the infield grass as it made its way towards the dirt. It shot up towards his chest. Had to turn the glove over from the forehand to the backhand, but was able to field it chest high and make the long throw. A very nice play by the young third baseman.
Those boos you hear are for David Ortiz. Big Papi 0 for 3, the number 3 hitter in the DH for the Red Sox stepping in. The martini glass shift, as Ryan so eloquently put it earlier, is on. And Sabathia deals to the lefty Ortiz, and that was a nasty breaking ball. Hung up Ortiz, and it's a strike looking. Ortiz kind of double clutched as he watched it, as you see it here. Look at this. Ooh, could not handle the slider inside 0-1. Sabathia's 0-1. Same pitch and same reaction for Ortiz as Posada calls for the same thing and Sabathia delivers. It's 0-2. And now 49,000 strong getting on their feet here in the Bronx. 0-2, 2 outs, top of the 8th.
Certainly appreciative of the performance Sabathia has put forth today. They want him to punctuate it with a strikeout.
Would be huge. Place winner up. The 0-2 from Sabathia. Strike 3. In the dirt, Posada scoops it, makes the tag, and CC Sabathia with 8 strong innings. Yankees lead 5-2 after 7.5. Rob Coloney, Ryan Ruocco, welcoming you back to the Bronx as we get set for the bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees leading 5-2, and a few notes that we have to alert you about. First of all, the new pitcher for the Boston Red Sox is number 61, the left-hander Felix Doubront, and he has not faced one Yankee hitter in his career. So that is something you have to keep in mind. He's 1-2 in 15 1/3 innings pitched, 18 hits, 7 earned runs, and an ERA of 4.11. The other thing we want to let you know is today, here in the Bronx, Saturday afternoon, August 7th, is the largest regular season crowd of 2010 with 49,716, surpassing last night's crowd of 49,555 by almost 200. And it is a sellout. So a beautiful day for baseball. The fans reciprocating that with their attendance and participation in the day's festivities. And CC Sabathia with 101 pitches likely done, 8 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts, and boy was he dominant.
And think about after that second inning, how many balls can you think of that the Red Sox even hit hard? A very, very few. CC did it with only 4 Ks and 3 of them against David Ortiz, but with getting meat contact throughout most of the afternoon, really was able to navigate through hitters even when he fell behind, was incredibly efficient somehow, not throwing strike 1 with great proficiency. Did a nice job of just knowing the Yankees needed this game. He's the ace, he's the bulldog, find a way to do it. I have to say, it's hard to say that a guy is worth $161 million, anybody. But if there's somebody in baseball who is worth that huge contract, it's CC Sabathia. He has been everything the Yankees could have possibly hoped they were getting in that big contract, in that hopeful ace. That's exactly what he has been, and he continues to be pitching a gem here in August and assuring that Mariano Rivera can take the ball with a lead.
Rivera warming, and Doubront in to face Berkman, Granderson, and Gardner. 6-7-8. The pitch to Berkman, who is hitting right-handed, grounds on the first pitch he sees to short. Scudero fields, fires, and got him. And there is 1 away. And the boos continue to rain down, now even more audible, onto Lance Berkman.
You know, I mean, just completely unnecessary ignorance from the Yankee fans in attendance in this case. We're talking about a guy who's had, what, 6 or 7 games here thus far in a game where you're winning 5-2 in the 8th inning. He's leading off with nobody on. It's not a big spot, just completely unnecessary. If you think that's going to help him perform, I'm sorry you're wrong.
He knows he's struggling. Granderson steps in 2 for 3 today, and the pitch from Doubront is popped up foul, left side over the Red Sox dugout. And it takes a bounce and is dropped by a fan. 0-1. Back to the CC Sabathia point. Today, the Yankees sent a guy that they went out and got in 2008 who was the #1 pitcher available. Against him, the Red Sox sent the #1 pitcher available in the '09 offseason. And the Yankees may escape with a win. Not escape, but prove why their guy is better. Their big dog is better. The 0-1 from Dubrant to Granderson is low. Skips off Martinez's glove, and it's 1-1.
I think that the only guy in the American League who has a legitimate beef for that title of best starter in the league, other than CeCe, is Cliff Lee. That's really the only one. Those guys are the clear 1-2 best starting pitchers in the American League. David Price could get there, but hasn't done it long enough.
The 1-1 inside nearly hit Granderson, and it's 2-1.
Maybe he will be in a year or two, but you don't know that yet.
Certainly David Price too young, too inconsistent to call the third or second best pitcher in the American League, obviously. The 2-1 from Dubrant. Inside, 3-1. However, if the Yankees acquired Cliff Lee, as all signs pointed to that they were going to around the trading deadline, this team, they might not even have to play the games. That's how good this pitch. I mean, when you look at the rotation, the 3-1 swung on and fouled back.
Yeah, certainly some intrigue is left. It would have been interesting to see, too, who would have started game one, CeCe or Cliff Lee. But the point being, Sabathia has been everything you hope for as an ace, both in the length he gives. He's now completed at least 7 innings in 11 of his last 13 starts. He's looking to improve to 10-2 over his last 13 starts with an ERA barely above 2. He's been everything you could hope for out of that guy who came in with a huge contract and huge expectations, and it has not burdened him at all. In fact, I think he has really taken to that role.
It'll be a 3-2 to Granderson from Dubrant. The pitch, cut on and missed. A nice fastball challenged Granderson, and there are 2 away. So, Dubrant has never faced a Yankee, but now he's perfect against him thus far as Brett Gardner comes in, and he's had a tough day. 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging, and a flyout. And Gardner, has had 2 big opportunities to drive in runs. Luckily, number 19 has been behind him and has done that.
Ramiro Pena has picked Brett Gardner up today. Pena, of course, only in the lineup today because Alex Rodriguez was hit on the shin in batting practice by Lance Berkman on a line drive. A-Rod day-to-day, x-rays were negative on the lower left leg.
First pitch of the at-bat to Gardner is over the inside corner, a strike.
How about a Yankee-Red Sox game, too, where you're in the bottom of the 8th inning at 2 hours and 35 minutes? Speaks to the efficiency with which CeCe Sabathia was pitching.
It does. You may have just made one of the biggest mistakes ever as far as the scoreboard room is concerned, but we'll see. The 0-1 fouled back by Gardner, and it's 0-2.
Ooh, and that was a dangerous foul ball. How about that, though? Hit a man who looks like he's probably a little bit on in his years, and instead of worrying about the pain, immediately grabbed the ball, jumped up, and started high-fiving everybody around him. So there's a trooper for you.
Absolutely. You don't sit in those seats without being ready to get hit with a foul ball. It'll be an 0-2, 2 outs. And the lefty Dubrant stares into Martinez, kicks and delivers high, 1-2. You look at the deals that the Yankees made around the deadline: Lance Berkman, Austin Kearns, Kerry Wood. And that's what they bring to the table. Kerry Wood has been pretty good. We haven't seen much of Austin Kearns, and there he is. The 1-2 to Gardner. Fouled back. And that was just as hard. And that one ricocheted off a young lady, and it's 1-2, still with 2 outs. Ramiro Pena waits on deck. Yankees lead at 5-2. In the bottom of the 8th. Almost certainly Mariano Rivera will come in to pitch the 9th.
He is warming. Gardner, of course, not afraid to hit with 2 strikes.
And he is pesky. The 1-2. High, 2-2.
Gardner this year, with 2 strikes, does have 54 hits. Among the leaders in baseball. A 240 average with 2 strikes, too, which is much higher than the league average. Most guys in 2-strike counts barely above 200 if they are. If not, they're in, 170, 180 range.
Gardner brings so much to the table for the Yankees. He's really an irreplaceable piece. The 2-2. Fouled off, and it's still 2-2. And that's why you might be able to move a Curtis Granderson should they acquire a Jason Worth or a Carl Crawford, because Brett Gardner is that gritty guy you want at the bottom of the lineup to kick it back over to Jeter.
And normally, yeah, Gardner hitting ninth has fit in so well today. Obviously slotted up to eighth because Pena had to start for A-Rod. But he's proven himself. He's had a rough second half, hitting below 200 since the All-Star break, but still for the year, 287, a high on-base percentage, 381.
The 2-2 to Gardner is right down Broadway, strike three looking. Gardner didn't like the call, but the fastball ends the eighth. At the end of 8 innings, 5-2 Yankees will go to the ninth, and we will see the Sandman. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to the Bronx. Rob Coloney, Ryan Ruocco set to bring you the ninth inning from Yankee Stadium. Yankees 5, Red Sox 2. The Sandman, Mariano Rivera, in 40 games this season, 3-1, a .91 ERA. That's in 39 2/3 innings, and 22 saves in 24 opportunities, 92% efficiency.
In his last 26 1/3 innings, Mo has allowed just 11 hits and 1 run, 3 walks, 25 strikeouts. That is a 0.34 ERA since May 25th.
Mariano Rivera has 548 career saves, the most ever in American League history, behind only Trevor Hoffman in Major League history, and of course recorded that 500th save last season against the New York Mets.
I mean, here's a guy, Rob, who has not had an ERA over 2. He's had an ERA over 2 just once since 2003. So in the later part of his career, obviously, we don't have to tell you, he's been just as dominant as he's ever been.
As he hoisted the World Series trophy, he said, "I want to play for 5 more years" last year. Well, let's see if he can get through today. Against the Red Sox, he will face number 4, Victor Martinez, 5, Adrian Beltre, and 6, Mike Lowell. Martinez walks in 1 for 3 with a solo home run in the second off CC Sabathia. Martinez hit that one right-handed. And the pitch is swung on and hit to right field. And if that was fair, it would have been gone, but it's foul. And just a long strike, 0-1.
Victor Martinez, 3 for 14 lifetime against Mariano Rivera.
Mariano has not pitched since the 4th against Toronto, so 3 days ago. You include the off day. The 0-1 is high, 1-1. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors for the Red Sox. And for the Yankees, 5 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. The error charged to Ramiro Pena on a tough hop, but he has played third base pretty well today. The 1-1 from Mo to Victor Martinez is rolled over and grounded fair to Teixeira. Nice backhand stab, flips to Mo, got him. 1 out.
That's an outstanding play by Mark Teixeira, who always plays good defense, but has really been sparkling lately. The way he uses his body to cup that ball in as it just snuck fair. Outstanding play, a quick turn and toss to Mo covering. Teixeira has made some web gems in this homestand. I mean, he's played great defense all year. We know he won a Gold Glove last year, his 3rd in his career, and he completely changes the dynamic of the Yankee infield. But really, over the past week, wow, he's made some fantastic plays.
Unbelievable. Beltre steps in 2 for 3, a double, a single, and a run scored. Now, it might be because Vmart wasn't running hard out of the box. He might have thought it was foul, but Teixeira just seemed so composed on that tough play to go to his left, make the play, spin around, and flip to Mo. Great play. Mo winds and deals, strike 1, swinging to Beltre, 0-1.
Adrian Beltre, career against Mariano Rivera. 1 for 4. He does have a home run.
I think it is so impressive that Mariano Rivera has pitched for so many years and has thrown the same outpitch, that cutter, and no one can still hit it.
It breaks so late, so sharply.
The 0-1 to Beltre.
Well, the key to Mo, and that's why last year when his velocity was down, he still had the same success. And this year, as you see, it's back up to 92 miles an hour, 93 occasionally, is location. He knows that. If you locate, you can have a few less miles an hour. Location and movement, that's what he has, and that's what he's had his whole career.
The 1-1 to Beltre, swung on and fouled back on the right side, 1-2. The crowd will stand and cheer as there are now 2 strikes to Beltre with 1 out. Mo takes his time. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's done this so many times. And a sellout crowd on their feet. The 1-2. Swung on and hit in the air to right field. Swisher coming over towards the line and the wall. He makes the catch up against the wall. What a play by Nick Swisher, who when he has a beat on the ball can do some great things out there in right field.
Covering a lot of ground towards the line. Records the final out, or records the second out of the 9th inning. One more for Mo to save this win for CC Sabathia. It would be his 14th victory as CC continues his outstanding pitching in the month of August, dating back really for his entire career, but certainly to 2007.
Mike Lowell steps in 1 for 3. He was part of that hit parade in the second, a double and an RBI. And that would be the last time the Red Sox scored. 2 outs. Rivera deals, swung on, hit in the air to Granderson. Granderson running back, and he is under it and makes the catch. The Yankees have defeated the Red Sox here at home in the second of 4, 5-2. Mariano Rivera comes in 1-2-3, 8 strong innings from CC Sabathia, and an offensive output that saw help straight up and down from the Yankee lineup all the way down to the late addition Ramiro Pena.
A nice, clean, tidy 5-2 Yankee win. Clutch hitting, 2-out rallies, didn't need the long ball, got big hits at big moments, outstanding starting pitching, and then Mariano Rivera. That's the Yankees formula. That's been their formula, and that's how they locked up the victory today. They are now a game and a half in front of the Rays in the American League East, and back to 6 games in front of the Boston Red Sox.
No jinx on the scoreboard time of game. 2 hours, 47 minutes. Sabathia the win, Lackey the loss, and Rivera the save. And there you see the standings. Yankees a game and a half on Tampa Bay. They get that game back from Boston and are 6 ahead. The final numbers: Boston 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and for the Yankees 5 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. Again, 2:47 the time of the game, and a tremendous win by the New York Yankees in not a must-win game, but a game that they very much wanted to win after last night's loss. Late addition Ramiro Pena did a great job, and the Yankees win 5-2. For Ryan Ruocco, I'm Rob Coloney. We thank you for joining us here today, and we hope to see you again soon.